Hi, my name is Chris Cruz, and this is Becky Cruz. We are been married for 12 years, been together for 19 years. We're going to talk about intimate encounters, how it's changed our lives. Particularly me, intimate encounters has taught me to communicate better with my wife, and to communicate with God, being the praying out loud to, la- to God, and saying and talk to Him in an intimate level. It's given me the tools to how to communicate with Becky, and to not only how, but self-reflect of how I communicate with her, and not to hold in my feelings, but to express my feelings towards her. Intimate encounters also helped us renew and refresh our marriage. It's almost like being in love all over again, being back to our honeymoon period. And also, not only that, it's helped us to take time to concentrate on us. It's our time, it's our investment towards each other, with God being the center of it all. And the busyness of life has helped us to take time out and just help our marriage out, both of us.
Mm-hmm. So, like Chris was saying, we've been together for 19 years total. We dated for 7 years before we decided to get married. And when we got married, we actually had two different upbringings, and two different ways that we were raised in regards to religion. And so that was a challenge off the bat when we first got married. And so going through IE really helped us bring a lot of things together for our family. It When people see us, they probably would have said, "Oh, that's an ideal marriage. That's an ideal couple. They don't fight. They don't argue. They're always happy. I don't ever see them putting each other down in public." But what people saw was a good marriage, and that's what we thought we had at the time, was a good marriage. But when we got into IE, I remember Jeff and Carol saying, "Okay, now go home and pray to God to reveal things that He wants you to work on in your marriage that you don't see." And so I went home and I prayed, and IE has taught me to identify things that God had revealed to me and opened up into my heart, that what we needed to work on to make our good marriage even a better marriage. Not perfect, but a better marriage. So one of the things for me was our level of communication. We had a really good foundation of having open communication, but what we learned through IE is that we were still holding things back. I know for myself, I wasn't always open and honest in my communication. I would say, "Well, Chris is tired, so I'm not going to bring this up because he's working long hours," or I wouldn't share everything that was going on inside of me. So IE has allowed me to be able to be more open and more vulnerable with that, to be more honest in our communication. And when we were going through IE, this part, it revealed that it really had an effect on our parenting, because we weren't always on the same page with our parenting, because we weren't open with each other about how we were raising our three kids. It had an effect on our level of affection. We weren't very open in our affection anymore. We told each other we loved each other, but how we were showing our physical affection wasn't the same as it used to be. And a lot of it was because of our level of communication. The other thing that I would say IE has helped me with is our level of needs, our personal needs. I know I got into a habit of putting everybody else's needs ahead of mine and ahead of ours as a couple, and that included our kids' needs. And so IE has reminded us and reminded me that in order for this to be better, I have to look at how to be able to communicate with Chris and ask him, "How are you doing today?" to do a check-in. How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing physically? How can I help make your day better? That has helped us and helped me tremendously, because it has allowed me to refocus things here, It allowed me to really meet my emotional needs, to share with him what I needed, because it's not all just about meeting Chris's needs, it's sharing what I needed so he can then reciprocate and meet my needs, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual. And then the last thing I would say that IE has revealed to me that what I carry from my upbringing needed healing. So, parents, they teach us how to be spouses. And any other relationship that you engage in, you learn how to have a relationship. It teaches you different ways of behaving. And so when I was going through IE, God revealed to me that I was carrying a level of control that I didn't know that I was carrying. I was raised and taught that, the wife carries everything. And so I was carrying on a way too much of a level of stress, because I thought I had to balance everything and carry everything out for the family, and not even asking Chris at the time to, share the load, or, help me with this or help me with that. And going through IE, it allowed me to let go of that and actually say, okay, honey, you're going to carry this and I'm going to be okay with it. And, one of those biggest things was being the spiritual leader of the house and allowing Chris to take that role. And, and it's his role. That's the role that God gave him, as the leader of the house and the spiritual leader of the house. And so IE has given me a lot of different tools on how to go through marriage, but also go through life in relationships with other people, including our children. I think that if we hadn't gone through IE, we would probably be, listening to the videos that you guys are watching about intimate encounters and going through it, at least going through it another time, because, God really spoke to us and not just taught us what we needed to know as a couple and also as individuals, but also put it on our hearts to share this with you as being leaders with intimate encounters.